In a few minutes, I will make you appreciate the importance of the little country called Philippines and the Filipinos, not only to itself but to the world. Let me begin with our people. Because we're so caring, we are the biggest supplier of nurses to the world. In fact, most of the nurses in the United States, in UK, in the Middle East, and any other parts of the world are Filipinos. Send them back home, and many of these hospitals, even nursing homes, will have to close because most of their staff are actually Filipinos. Plus the doctors there and the other health professionals. But let's go back to caring. Imagine if all the domestic helpers in Hong Kong will go home. It will paralyze the hundreds of thousands of families there in the Hong Kong economy because most of the domestic helpers there are Filipinos. But we're not only talking about domestic helpers and nurses. We have the engineers in Saudi and the seafarers. Now bring back home all the Filipino seafarers and you'll be surprised that none of the ships, whether it's cruise ship or cargo ship, will ever be able to navigate the world. The Filipinos are good in English. We are the biggest English-speaking country in Asia. As a matter of fact, most of the BPOs, the call centers of the world are right here already. It is in this country where you can find that even our tricycle drivers and street vendors are able to communicate with you in good English. Yes, we are only 7,107 islands, but we are composed of a very diverse flora and fauna. This is where you can find the best surfing sites, the best diving sites, and some of the best mountaineering sites. And mind you, by the way, if there is no Philippines in this map of the world, you will not be able to complete the 7 wonder cities. Why? This is where you can find vegan. And you will not also have the complete list of the 7 wonders of nature because this is where you can find the underground river in Palawan. And our animals? Come on! This is where you find the biggest eagle, the monkey-eaten eagle in Davao. And the smallest primate called tarsiers. The tamaraw, the water buffalo in my home province, Oriental Mindoro. And the Philippine spotted deer. It's only right here in the Philippines. In the Philippines, we don't have to attract you with man-made attractions because we have nature to welcome you in our 7,107 islands. We're not only very caring, we are very good with sports. And you enjoyed boxing like never before because of our people's champ Manny Pacquiao, who was able to bring in 8 belts for 8 divisions only from this country. Our Paeng Nepomuceno won 4 World Cup in bowling in 3 decades. And who would miss that very cute, cool billiard player known as Efren Bata Reyes, who would just amaze you with his cool moves around the billiard tables. Let me ask you something. Will you enjoy watching a beauty pageant without someone saying, Philippines? And that's exactly why the Philippines has the highest record of crowns accumulated over 4 major pageants in the world. And our latest, of course, is Miss Pia Wurtzbach, the Miss Universe. And that's not only true for our beautiful women, because the Mr. International 2014 was our police officer, Mr. Neil Perez. And in the LGBT community in 2017, the Mr. Gay World is our very own John. Have you watched Aladdin and have you heard that beautiful song, A Whole New World, that was sung by our legendary Lea Salonga, who was actually featured in many series of Miss Saigon in Broadway? And I'm sure you were amazed by who Oprah called probably the most talented girl in the world, Charisse, who was also equally loved by Ellen DeGeneres and Mr. David Foster. By the way, he's not anymore Charisse now. He's Jake Cyrus. Do you eat rice? Well, for your information, the International Rice Research Institute's headquarters is right here in the University of the Philippines. As a matter of fact, many scientists and farmers of rice from all over the world learned that crop from right here. And because Filipinos are peace-loving people, probably the biggest contribution we have in history is the first ever peaceful, bloodless revolution. And right here in the Philippines, we simply call that the EDSA Revolution of 1986. With 10% of our 100 million population being all over the world in various industries, I'm pretty sure you must have met a Filipino. And I'm sure you find them simply amazing. And absolutely, I cannot imagine the world without the Philippines and without the Filipinos. This is Carl Balita, simply a Filipino.